Welcome back, my radiant Leo souls, to this sacred space of celestial insight. I'm Luna Celestine, and I am deeply honored to be guiding you through the energies of this pivotal moment in your journey. Today is April 7th, 2025, a significant date in the cosmic calendar, because Mercury has officially stationed direct. After weeks of retrograde motion, miscommunications, delays, emotional turbulence, and unexpected shifts, we are finally emerging from the haze. And for you, Leo, this shift holds immense personal power. Over the past few weeks, many of you have likely been navigating inner storms, confronting shadows, revisiting old patterns, or feeling both the weight and brilliance of your own transformation. Others may have tapped into unexpected bursts of inspiration, creativity, and inner clarity. No matter which end of the spectrum you've experienced, the ending of Mercury retrograde signals a powerful threshold, the end of one cycle and the beginning of another, one that invites you to stabilize, recalibrate, and begin acting on the insights that have been stirring within you. This reading is devoted entirely to you, Leo, the sign of the sovereign heart, the courageous leader, the fire that refuses to dim. In this transmission, I'll be tuning into the messages the universe is sending you at this time. These are not simply predictions, they are invitations. Invitations to claim your throne, to step into your authentic light, and to align your daily reality with the truth of who you are becoming. So as we move into this post-retrograde phase, I encourage you to listen not just with your ears, but with your soul. There are messages here that were meant to find you, confirmations of what you've been feeling, gentle nudges toward your next steps, and perhaps even divine signs you didn't realize you were waiting for. Let's step into this new energy together, with clarity, with courage, and with cosmic purpose. You, Leo, are standing at the threshold of a brand new level of existence, one that feels unfamiliar, uncharted, and yet deeply aligned with your soul's truth. This isn't just a shift in outer circumstances, it's a realignment of timelines, a cosmic recalibration that has the power to elevate you into the version of yourself you've long sensed was waiting just beneath the surface. What lies ahead is not a continuation of the past, but a sacred invitation into something altogether different. The universe is asking you, are you willing to meet yourself there? To walk this new path, you are being gently, yet firmly, called to become more intentional with your energy. Your fire is magnetic right now, bright, bold, undeniable, and that magnetism is drawing in people, opportunities, and experiences at a rapid pace. But with that comes responsibility. You must become the gatekeeper of your own frequency. Not everyone or everything is meant to have access to your sacred space. Begin to notice where your energy expands and where it contracts. Set boundaries not as walls but as sacred containers for the life you are building. Protect your vitality the way royalty guards the throne, because you are the ruler of your own reality now. At the same time, your intuitive abilities are heightening. You may find yourself feeling more sensitive to energies, more perceptive to the unspoken, more aware of subtle signs and synchronicities. Trust these sensations. They are not random. They are your inner guidance system activating in real time. The universe is speaking to you not just through words or events, but through feelings, symbols, and sudden inner knowings. Tune in. Let your body, your dreams, your quiet moments become the places where truth finds you. There is wisdom flowing through you now that can't be learned. It can only be remembered. And perhaps, most beautifully, there is a call to return to the wonder of your younger self, that version of you who used to look up at the stars and believe anything was possible. That child who made wishes on falling lights, who imagined entire worlds within the safety of their own heart. That part of you still lives within you. Reconnect with them, not as a nostalgic escape, but as a spiritual resource. They remember something your adult mind may have forgotten. That joy, curiosity, and imagination are not luxuries. They are portals to manifestation. Watch the stars again. Let yourself believe in magic. Let yourself want things with your whole heart. This chapter of your life isn't about proving yourself. It's about being yourself, fully, fearlessly, and unapologetically. The path ahead will ask for your courage, your discernment, your softness, and your strength, all at once. But know this, you are not walking it alone. Spirit walks with you, your guides surround you, and every step you take toward your authentic self will be met with unseen hands clearing the way. In the next part of this message, we'll explore the specific energies through the cards that are rising to support you right now. But before we go there, I want you to sit with this truth. You are not who you were 3 weeks ago. Something has changed. You've changed. And that shift wasn't random. It was initiation. And now, Leo, as we move deeper into this transmission, Spirit sends forth one more message, this time from your angels and ancestors. It comes through the archetype of the stargazer, and the message is clear. Set your sights higher, not just slightly, not just modestly, higher than you think you can reach. Because what's unfolding around you now is not bound by the limitations of logic or history. It's rooted in the boundless, in the infinite, in the truth that you are made of stardust, and stardust knows no ceilings. You may have been conditioned to dream within safe margins, to lower your expectations to avoid disappointment, but those rules no longer apply. Your celestial team, the ones who walk beside you unseen, who know your soul better than anyone in this world, are nudging you to see what they see in you. You are not small. You are not average. You are not here to merely survive or go through the motions of life. You are here to lead with heart, to shine without apology, and to co-create a reality that reflects the full brilliance of who you are. This energy of the stargazer is deeply personal. It invites you to return to the space inside yourself, where vision is unfiltered by fear. It could be the dream you tucked away years ago, believing it was too big, or a desire that still burns quietly in the background of your life, waiting for permission to be chosen. Whatever it is, this is your moment to lift it higher. Let the universe meet you there. You don't have to know the how. You only need to claim the what. What does your soul long to experience, to express, to create? And as you hold that vision, remember, you are not manifesting alone. You are working with a team of divine allies, angels, guides, ancestors, who are orchestrating synchronicities on your behalf. They send signs, symbols, moments of perfect timing. They speak through feathers, through music, through numbers, through the way a stranger's words echo exactly what you needed to hear. They remind you that everything is connected, that you are connected. So when you feel the urge to give up, to downplay your dreams, to settle for less than what sets your heart on fire, pause, breathe, look up. The stars you once wished on as a child are still there, and now they are wishing back. Wishing for you to remember that the impossible is only impossible until someone like you decides to believe otherwise. As we return from the stars to the grounded rhythms of your earthly life, Leo, the cosmos shifts our focus toward your evolving role in the material world. The planetary alignments, especially following the close of Mercury retrograde, are opening doors that only you can walk through, but more importantly, they are asking you to step fully into the sacred responsibility of leading your own life. Not just reacting to what comes, but choosing your direction with clarity, courage, and sovereignty. This recent retrograde has not been easy. For many of you, it felt like being pushed into uncomfortable conversations, tangled in past patterns, or confronting the silent corners of your own mind. And yet, that tension wasn't meant to punish, it was meant to activate. Now, as the fog lifts, you're being shown just how much power you've reclaimed. You are no longer the version of yourself that entered Mercury's backward dance. You are more discerning, more awake, more aware of what you will and will no longer allow into your energetic field. This moment calls for boundaries, not barriers. You are radiating, Leo. Your frequency is elevated, your aura magnetic. People will notice, some will admire, others may envy, and a few may unconsciously try to tether themselves to your light. But you must ask yourself, Who gets access to my fire? Because while your warmth can heal, you are not here to burn out for the comfort of others. There is sacred work ahead, and it requires your full vitality. Guard your energy not from fear, but from reverence. And here lies the miracle. Just as you begin to stabilize your internal world, the external one begins to respond. With Mercury direct and other supportive transits rising, you are stepping into a window of pure potential. Something new is wanting to take root in your life. This could be a financial venture, a creative project, or a long-awaited opportunity. Whatever form it takes, it carries the signature of grounded prosperity. But it is not guaranteed. It is a seed, and seeds, as you know, require attention, consistency, and love. What makes this seed different is that it's aligned with the real you, the version of you that has been emerging slowly, boldly, undeniably. The more you show up authentically, the more this opportunity will thrive. The universe is not just rewarding your efforts, it is matching your vibration. So tend to what you've planted, whether it's a business, a healing journey, a new way of living, whatever it is. You are being shown that it can grow, and it can grow big, but it needs you present, committed, and clear. In the closing part of this reading, we'll return to the energy of your higher self, what it wants you to remember as you walk this path. But for now, honor this phase. You have emerged from a corridor of cosmic refinement, and what lies ahead is not just a new chapter, it's a new level entirely, one that belongs to you, if you're ready to claim it. And now, Leo, the final whisper of this transmission arrives not through words, but through numbers. Those quiet yet powerful symbols the universe uses to speak when language falls short. The angel number 4040 has been illuminated for you. You may have already seen it repeating on a clock, a receipt, a sign, or perhaps it simply appeared in your awareness without explanation. But make no mistake, it is a sign, a divine affirmation that you are held, you are loved, you are not alone. This number carries a vibration of grounding and divine protection. The double presence of 4 speaks to stability, structure, and the sacred foundation you are building, internally and externally. The repetition amplifies its meaning. Your angels are surrounding you, reinforcing your steps, and guiding you toward the version of life you are destined to live. Meanwhile, the 0 in between acts as a portal, a mirror of divine love, reminding you that all things are connected, cyclical, and eternal. The message is simple but profound. You are always loved, even in your solitude, even in your moments of doubt, even when the world seems loud and you feel small. That love is not conditional, not earned, it simply is. And the more you begin to remember that truth, the more you will move through life with a quiet confidence, not the kind that needs to prove itself, but the kind that radiates from within, effortlessly. This number also returns us to the theme that has echoed throughout your reading. Protect your energy, not out of fear or scarcity, but because your light is rare and valuable. You don't need to over-explain, overextend, or overcommit to be worthy. In fact, your worth was never in question. But as your field becomes more expansive, as your manifestations accelerate, and as your presence grows, so too must your discernment. Not everyone gets access to your whole heart, and that's not unkind, it's wise. Your energy is your most sacred currency, and it must be offered with intention. And perhaps most importantly, 4040 arrives to remind you to trust yourself. You are being guided, yes, but you are also the guide. Your inner knowing, your intuitive wisdom, your quiet nudges, these are not random thoughts. They are the voice of your soul, and it is time to let that voice lead. You do not need to look outside yourself for validation. What you carry inside is more than enough. As we close this message, I want to leave you with this truth. Everything you've walked through, the upheaval, the lessons, the awakenings, has brought you here. And here is sacred. You are ready, not perfect, not finished, but ready to love deeper, to shine brighter, to create the life your heart has always known was possible. Take this number as your sign, take this reading as your map, and take this moment as your permission to believe in the power of you. And so, beloved Leo, as we close the circle of today's transmission, take a deep breath and allow everything you've just received to settle, not just into your mind, but into your body, your heart, and your energetic field. You've journeyed through cosmic thresholds, personal truths, and ancestral guidance. You've witnessed the end of one cycle and the soft, glowing beginning of another. And through it all, one thing remains clear. You are no longer who you were just weeks ago. Something within you has shifted, solidified, awakened. This is your becoming. I want you to remember that this is not about chasing perfection or achieving some distant ideal. This path is about returning to your essence, your joy, your soul-led truth. The fire that lives within you was never meant to be dimmed or diluted. It was meant to guide, to warm, and to illuminate paths not just for yourself, but for others. That's part of your sacred role in this life, to embody the courage it takes to be seen fully and to lead from the heart. You may still have questions. You may still be walking through unknowns. That's okay. In fact, that's where your power lives, in the willingness to show up authentically, even when the outcome isn't guaranteed. The universe doesn't need you to have it all figured out. It simply asks that you stay connected to your truth, to your light, and to the quiet wisdom that whispers through every intuitive nudge, every synchronistic moment, every number you see and sign you feel. Let this reading be an anchor, something you can return to when the world feels loud or uncertain, because this message was channeled for you, Leo, not just for who you are today, but for who you are becoming, for the version of you that dares to believe in beauty again, that dares to build something lasting, that dares to take the throne of your own life and sit there, not because anyone gave you permission, but because your soul remembered you were always meant to reign. Thank you for allowing me to walk beside you in this sacred moment. I feel honored to witness your light. If this message stirred something within you, something you recognize as truth, hold it close. And when you're ready, take the next step, even if it's small, because every step taken in alignment becomes a ripple in the universe. And Leo, your ripples will become waves. Until we meet again beneath the stars, be bold, be tender, and above all, be true to you.